Hey everyone, today is not Friday and I'm really sorry about that. I have been extremely busy. I'm not going to go into details and bore you with all that, but I'm very sorry for not having a video up on time, and I will take a punishment for posting this so late. In the comments, write some suggestions for some kind of punishment, something that I could do, some way I could do the next video, or I might even do just a whole video doing something that I don't want to do that you suggest. Be creative. This week we're supposed to be ranting about things, and I did make another video that I decided not to post because there wasn't enough to rant about, I found. It's this application Lulu, if you haven't heard about it. It's just a whole very stupid and disgusting thing. If you want to check it out, but you know, it's just sick and there's not much more to be said about it. So I'm gonna find something better to rant about. I'm sorry I needed to change location because of my sisters, but what I'm going to be ranting about today is mostly something that's been on my mind for a while. It's something that has been bothering me for a while. It's how we treat women and girls in our society. I mean, there's this hypersexualization of women in the media where they're basically turned into objects to sell a product, and that is totally normal in our society. And then on the other hand, you have women are not supposed to give away their virginity card. They better love the man that they're having sex with, and if a girl masturbates, it's disgusting and you shouldn't talk about it. And very big double standard because men or boys, they're expected to do all these things, and when they lose their virginity, they're a man and it's expected, and they have all this sex drive, and which is supposedly much higher than a woman's sex drive. I mean, women aren't supposed to want sex. Men are supposed to ask for sex. Women are supposed to say yes to sex, right? These are things that I find kind of weird. If that were it, if women really just didn't want sex and didn't get anything out of it, there wouldn't be all these teenage pregnancies or premarital sex where that can basically ruin your reputation. In those cases, it would probably mostly be because of rape, which I really don't think is the case because I'm pretty sure women can really enjoy sex. And it doesn't have to be something very disgusting or very abnormal. I think it's just part of our biology. I know there's this difference between how a woman has sex and how a man has sex. I mean, for a girl, there is a much bigger risk. I mean, if she gets pregnant, well, she has to either get an abortion or raise the child, and she can't get out of that, either the decision or the raising the child. But the boy or man doesn't have to take that decision, and he doesn't have to raise the child. He can just run away. He has that luxury. Okay, yes, I know there are some runaway moms, but it's much less likely. If you've had a child in your uterus for 9 months, you're not very likely to just give it up, but you are changing your life forever. But a man can kind of just get out of it by being a jerk. And there's also the fact that it's a bit more invasive. I mean, there can be complications, and of course, for many girls when they lose their virginity, it's very painful. So I do get that, but for the pregnancy part, we do have all these contraceptives these days, and it isn't as much of a problem as it used to be before. So I don't think that we should keep telling girls that they're not allowed to have sex or telling them that it's shameful to have sex. Sorry, I needed to switch places again. I'm really starting to feel like the universe doesn't want me to put up this video. I'm not trying to say that we're supposed to encourage kids to be having sex before they're ready for it, or early, or whatever. But I don't feel like we should be making kids that are taking an informed decision, being safe, with someone they trust or however they want to do it. We shouldn't be making them feel guilty about what they're doing. Especially not with double standards as for a guy it's all good, but for a girl it isn't, and she should feel ashamed about it and feel like, you scum, no one will ever want her again. And I just don't think it's fair. I think it reduces the pleasure that they have while having sex, even maybe further into sex, even if they're doing it with the person that they want to be with, even if they're married. If you act as though virginity, for example, is something that you lose, and once you've lost it, you're worthless, it's reducing that person's potential to really enjoy the experience. And that sucks, because it's sex and it's supposed to be amazing. What do you guys think? Please tell me in the comments what you think about sex and shaming, or the double standards. Is there a double standard? Am I just imagining it? I really enjoy these kinds of arguments or discussions where people are saying maybe you're just seeing things where you want to see them. See you next week.